Hello. It is 3:24 on July 16th. You know what that means? That doesn't mean really anything specific. But today it means that we're going to be online playing the Baseball Stars, old school NES Baseball Stars. And anybody who is online today or is available will be able to watch. Now, before I got on, I actually was typing in things that I need to type in to get logged in, to get everything all squared away. And while I was doing it, I had already loaded the Baseball Stars game. And for some reason, after loading it, it decided to go ahead and use the keystrokes that were happening behind when I was typing. So it actually started the game in the background, and I didn't know it was going on. But I will not go back and start this game over, reset it. What happened is I caught it in at last second while Posey was getting a pitch thrown to him, and swung and got a base hit, and then the next two guys I got a base hit and scored a run. So then I went ahead and started the live. So here I am now, 1-0, bottom of the first against the American Dreams. I think this is game 2 in the series. I think I'm playing all of them 5 times. I don't remember. I'll have to look that up. It's been a while. So welcome back to the, how do you say? Show. Props to Chris Kattan's version of Antonio Banderas. Very funny character he played on Saturday Night Live. That character was so over the top. I don't know if anybody has seen that, but that was in the early Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sands days of Saturday Night Live, when Chris Kattan was still a relevant character and was on the in the front, in a lot of skits. And that Antonio Banderas, he had a few of them. They were really good. So again, welcome back. I thank you for either joining me mid-live or afterwards. Either way, I think I tend to get something out of either. The positive and constructive, positive feedback and constructive criticism I hear from people is just as good when it's after the fact as when it's live. And in fact, most people probably would agree that that's it would probably be considered a positive. I don't know if the music right then was too loud. I'm on a different program now. I'm trying a new way of broadcasting that will also possibly allow for mobile broadcasting without the rigmarole that some of the companies put you through in order to go live out and about. Ooh, the walk to the pitcher. So let me see here. Let me pause this just for a second so I can readjust one thing. And I just wanted to also type in something here. Welcome to the channel. Please be nice. Just with an exclamation point. I always like to do that. And then we'll do this. Please be nice. With peace guy. How about that? Yep. Please be nice. Just playing some video games and having some NES baseball stars. Oh, see? You see that? See that? I can't press those buttons. That's what happened earlier. Okay, let's. I gotta remap. Oh, look at that base hit. Okay. All right, here we go. Top of the second. Ooh, that. I don't know. Ah, underneath it. It might carry. It did. Wow. I got to say, I didn't think that was out of here. But now, the Giants Stars take the lead 6-0 with Bonds coming up. There we go. All right, here we go. Now we're set. Grounder to short. And Bonds, with his speed, beats it out. Posey. Bonds steals it. 30-30, 40-40. He could have went 50-50. He could have went 50-50. If he was on a team that didn't matter, meaning that, like, if he was buried somewhere where in the country where Posey, something like that, where the media wouldn't have gotten on him for, like, if he had free reign. I don't think he had free reign in San Francisco. They kept him humble to a certain extent. Obviously, you know, Bonds was a bright light amongst the game as far as his talent, and whether you believe it or not, as far as the allegations, giving up a home run there it's not good. But if during that time everybody was participating in that type of stuff, then I don't see how the greatest of that group isn't still seen as the greatest of that group. I don't think he was any type of leader when it comes to it, because, again, his talent was already astronomical prior to. He was already the most sought-after free agent that there ever was when the Giants picked him up. And I could tell you from what I felt at that time, and obviously I wasn't in Pittsburgh. I couldn't see. They didn't have the daily and constant news coming out of each city to understand that, and after the fact you could see that there were some problems internally, not necessarily like crazy, but I mean you see now that there were arguments and scuffles, and they go on all the time, but again, it's Barry Bonds' career I respect from a few vantage points, a few viewpoints. So people might vilify me for having this opinion about a person who is really, really seen as what would be considered by some a dirty baseball player, in terms of that there was enhancements possible. And again, these are all allegations, but everybody says to do your own, eye test and do this and that and that. I get it. And I realize that in some ways we do have to put down our true feelings, and our love for something or someone, and look at the facts and try our best to really vet out people. Don't give me 1 second. Just 1 second here. We good? Okay, I think we're good. Okay. So don't just have blind faith. I mean, I get that it's important to have things that you care about and you believe in and stuff, but human beings are the last thing you want to actually, seek out as being the truth at all times. I mean, there is no human really that I believe is infallible. I don't think anybody believes that any human is infallible. But when they claim to be, that's when there's an issue. And you can't have a human being, if they claim to be infallible, as a shining light on you, because then if they're infallible for real, I mean, let's be honest, they're not. But if they're infallible for real, and you are fallible, you do have a lot of faults. You have things that go on in your life that are, you see as, not issues, but, hey, I should be better. And you're following someone who claims to be infallible, then how are they going to relate to you in any capacity? Like, how are they going to help you? How would they be someone who actually is able to, be honest with you? Okay, I got to do one more thing. Okay, let's try that. It's going to be a change in the... right at him. All right, so that ends the inning. We're at 7-1, bottom of 4. Ooh, that was driven. Babe got a hold of it. Oh, what a not good play by the right fielder. I don't know who I have in right field right now. This team isn't complete yet. So if you haven't been on here, I should have went to second. I forgot he was on there for a second. If you haven't been on my channel before and you haven't watched any of the games, man, I didn't get that inside enough. If you haven't watched any of these games, basically in this series, I am playing a selection of games against several different opponents. They have already played each other. I've gone through and wow, it's foul. I've gone through and had them simulate all the games, so we don't have to watch any of those. I'm going to be playing against those teams now. And the American Dreams, if you're new to Baseball Stars, is the top team on Baseball Stars. It is the team that has names on it, like Willie, for example, and Joe, and Hank, and Pete, and all those names. I got Willie. Great. It's the best team. So if you play any other team, and there are some, Will got a hold of one. All right, Will. There are some teams in this game, like the Ninja Black Sox, and that have skills in certain ways. They might have, they might be faster, which is something that's hard to beat in this game, because if your defense is lacking, they'll just get a base hit. They'll get to first, no problem. beat out. See, that one was a good play, or beat out things. If you have a really good defense, that's another thing on defensively. If you're playing against a team that has good defense and you have slow runners, it's really hard to get hits in this game. So these little tiny things that you learn over time. If you hit a bomb, it doesn't matter. But in this game, being a low average hitter as far as the bat, because what happens is the bat itself basically increases in it's almost like the wood itself is invisible on the inside entirely if you have very low hitting, as far as your batting average, which is the hitting. It's almost like you have an invisible handle. And so in that case, you can't hit any inside pitches. So with the team that doesn't have good hitting, you just throw them inside. You just bang them inside over and over and over, and they can't get the ball out of the infield really. Swing and miss or hit grounders, shortstop or second. With batting though, if you have high batting and low hitting, if you do hit it in the right spot, you could hit a home run. I mean, it's pretty simple to hit a home run if your batting has got the ranking is up to 15 on this. If you have high batting, you could hit bombs over and over and over. Okay, it's 10-3. Not a bad showing so far. Okay. All right, and let me do one more thing here. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the thing about this game is it's very similar, really, to be honest with you. It's very similar to just in general the I gotta do this one. Wait, no, that's fine. It's very similar to if you have to the typical baseball play, the fluid of the flowing of the play. You have good. You have the right idea as far as pitching still holds true in this game. Like I just struck Billy out. He wanted a bunt. I came inside to him, made him short, made him really have to pull. Oh no! I don't do that. I don't ever do that. Oh my gosh, I feel so ashamed of that. That's bad. That's just bad. Okay, let me. There we go. Here we go. Dang it. It's too many runs to give up in this inning. I gave up definitely one too many. Oh, and then I threw it to first. Oh boy. Okay, let me regroup here. All right, here we go. And I'm facing Joe. I could have finished this game off had I had my center fielder been. Oh my gosh, Joe. See, I want to get the starter the win. And that's what the thought process was trying to get through this inning. And with 2 outs, okay, I was going to give him one more chance and try to get him the win. Okay, so let's regroup. We're gonna win this game. You just want to get the starter his win. That's kind of what. Now I can really just kind of play the the bullpen game. So this game is very similar to regular baseball in that if you know your hitter and you know the pitcher, if you do enough research, I guess you would say, if you kind of get to know, I know every one of these pitchers and I know pretty much every one of these hitters. Now, if I play, here's the secret. If I play against someone who decides to go ahead and make their own team, I may not play as well. But if someone gets onto this game and plays with the players that are on here, best believe I'm going to know where to pitch every single one of those hitters because I grew up playing this game. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am 100% going to be able to bust Paul inside, for example, from the Ghastly Monsters. Or no, is it the Ghastly Monsters? No, I don't think it's Ghastly Monsters. It's SNK Crushers. Yeah, SNK Crushers. I haven't played this game for a minute, so some of the names on the teams are gonna. Oh yes, just got in there. Some of the names I'm gonna forget until I play them again, but I played them all growing up, so I kind of know like the flow of the team. I know who hits where, and just growing up, just knowing proper swing, where to be in the. A funny thing is I am not at all moving in real life like I do in the batter's box in this game. I just do that because it gives you a little bit better of an angle if you want to hit a ball to right in that situation. I wasn't going to make it that time. Or to come inside. Okay, here we go. I get to pinch hit. Everything aligns for me in this game. I get to pinch hit. I'm going to pinch hit. Yeah. I'm going to pinch hit. Oh, man. What a waste. He goes up there and swings at the first pitch. Come on. All right, so, dang it, I got to get rid of that. Give me one more second. I got to get rid of that. I don't like seeing that I'm having issues. Try that. Let's see if that works. I'm going to get this right. I don't want any problems with the stream. I want the stream to be... I don't care so much about I want it to be good quality, but the main thing is that there's not as much stopping. If we could get that cured, then I'll be satisfied. I apologize to anybody who's on here because, I'm not saying that you're a guinea pig, but I'm going to get this thing right on this stream. So, I'm not using you. I appreciate anybody who jumps on here. Foul ball. Okay. 14-7. Bottom of 6. Going well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to get a little quick drink here. See if you throw it to second too early, could throw it away. You had to wait. The good thing about this game is it's just overall, it's a. I'm not saying it's a watered down version of baseball, because it isn't. There are certain little tiny things. Oh, I gave it up to Eddie. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Ugh. Awful. It's just that see Paul on this team. Paul has a hole in the swing. Watch. Right there. See, that's what I mean by a hole in a swing. Now, I'm going to take him outside. I'll give you a little bit of a learning lesson here. Take him outside, and that brings him back into that same spot. Boom. Bust him up. He's not even going to swing at it because sometimes, I'm not saying the AI knows this, but if it's borderline and they know that they're going to swing and miss, then they don't do it. So now what I'm going to do, here's another little tutorial. Now, I don't know this guy's curves as well. I can bust him out inside right now and cause him to be out, basically let up the outside corner. He would have no chance at the outside corner. Or I can pull him in, which is what I'm going to do because it's 1 and 2. I can pull him in, okay, and then I'm going to pull him in again. All right? That gives me a fair chance that I'm going to throw this ball in the inside corner, and he's going to swing and miss. You see what I'm saying? So it's just knowing the opponents in this game, and I understand now, what my my son talks about it with his game with Super Smash Bros. And it definitely does make a difference, really, to understand who your opponent is before you act. Obviously. Let's try this. Try this. Okay. We're going to get this right, I'm telling you. But in Super Smash Bros, that's definitely something that I have seen several times where I am not a defensive player at all in any of those games. I am on offense. I rarely use the defensive mechanisms in any games. I am all offense. I don't block. I just go after the person. And I get why that can be easy to beat, because that type of style is boom, it's out there. It's doing it. And I get that. But that's just the way I play. So, that's why in this case I have gotten really good at not just trying to get either the one out real fast or any of that. It's all about like kind of taking your time, setting the hitter up, and that's what baseball's all about. It's kind of a dance in a way with the the flow. The pitcher is out there and they're trying to outsmart or balance basically the hitter to throw them off balance, and then the hitter is trying to time the pitcher. So it's a it's a beautiful symphony that goes back and forth between the pitcher and the hitter, and the pitcher and the catcher. Obviously, they're playing catch, and overall, it's just a really good. Oh no! My gosh, I almost got him. That would have been amazing. All right, you know what? We're gonna have to go get. We're gonna have to go get him. We're gonna have to go to C1. C1 gets Joe. Let's see if he turns him. Pow! Got him! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now I face Hank with nobody on, and I can go. Oh, I didn't get it inside enough. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough of the inside stuff. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's just, I don't know. It's just bad overall. Something cool here, the background of me that I have here. Let's go to this one. That one. Or this one. Yeah, let's do the moonlight for a little bit. There we go. Okay. Below me, right below me, as you can see right here. Where is it? Right here. Right there. Are basically what I would consider as inspirations of mine. It's just a bunch of really important groups, people, actors, actresses that have been influences on me and great, and also we got pictures of some of my album cover artwork or whatever you want to call it. There's another one there outside. If you haven't heard any of the music that has gone out there yet, basically what we have is so far. Get that out of there. What we've done thus far is there we go. Got it out on the end of the bat. So we're still 14-11. I know my probably a little bit my focus has been taken off the game a little bit. I've been trying to get all this other stuff going, but we'll get this one done. For this broadcast, we are using Prism Live Studio. This is a new way of getting our broadcasts online and lives, and hopefully we can be online in a mobile way pretty shortly. Right now, the way that we were doing it was very, very difficult to utilize the mobile way. So we're going to try and do it this way moving forward. Let's see if we get Frank out here. Oh my gosh, he threw a little duck snort in the outfield. Is this going to be another one? That's got to get foul. Yeah. Those are the worst. Is when you make a good pitch and it hits off their hands and it just barely drops. And if you threw a really good pitch, there's no. Oh, I almost hit him. There's no way they would have hit it. I got him. Boom. Nice. All right. So I did want to give an update right now to those that will be watching this in the future. The A.Fro.2.GO Reviews is definitely not oh man, has not started really in on too much of our content yet. The reason being is this. So ideas are very important to people. Creatively, and there should be some reason why you're doing something. Now, the idea behind doing a donut series is still on the table and probably still will happen. It's just that, oh my gosh, Joe with another one. It's just that the way it was going to be done was too similar to some other individual people and places, and it just doesn't feel right for. Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel right for me and A.Fro.2GO Reviews to do any copycats. So that's one of the things that we are trying to kind of break through. Is the there we go. Good. Is the this is the ninth. I should have been bringing in the closer anyway, but I'm gonna leave him. I hope I can get through this. Hope Willie. Oh my gosh, this is not going well. I'm glad I got that run. We got Jay. Now, here's the thing. I leave my pitcher in. Oh my gosh, Lou is still there. I think Lou is still there. I gotta go get him. I think Lou is still on. I'm not pitching to Jay. There's no way I'm pitching to Jay. There's no way I'm pitching to Jay. No way. Absolutely not. They have Lou on deck or on the bench. I should have walked him with my other guy, but then. Dang it. All right. Here we go. I'm going to pitch him carefully. It's exciting. I didn't make it this way on purpose. I'm honest with you. Eddie is a guy who likes it in. Okay. Boom! Strike 3 to end the game. Strike 3 looking to end the game. That deserves a huge fine for him. Taking a called third strike to end the game. That was entirely too close of a game, though. I gave up way too many home runs. But again, when you're first playing the game and trying to build your team, there's another little tidbit on this. You must you must learn who your players are that you're going to keep as soon as you can, because I mean, you can put the names on them, which I will, but there's a few guys that I'm not going to keep as those guys because they're top. Their level is too low. I'm going to try to get every one of my players to be a 90 or higher. Still seeing a little bit of pausing. Let's go with software. Let's try that. All right. One more game I have been online for. Let's see. I know you already see it. 42 minutes, looks like. Okay. So I am going to at least play one more. I'm going to play a more have a little bit more fun with this. Try and score as many runs. Maybe I might play 2. Maybe do a doubleheader. Speaking of which, it is 4:03. Okay, so we have, let's see here. There we go. Okay. We have 1 hour and 10 minutes until the San Francisco Giants. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Are facing the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, so let's play this game right here. Bumgarner starts. This is the San Francisco Giants dream team. Best of the best. World Powers. See if we can put a 10 spot in the first inning and send her home. And Mays bangs one off the center field wall for a single. My gosh. Absolutely crushed it. And then the two-hitter takes one off the backside. Ah, man. Had it. Man, I sneezed at the same time as the Posey hit. Kept my composure. Okay, Clark. Bases juiced. Hit a bomb in the last one. Hits one high. I know. Is it going to curve? It is. Gone! A grand slam for William Nuschler Clark. Crushed it. Got underneath. Put some air underneath it. A majestic, soaring bomb for William Nuschler Clark. And the Giants are up 4-0. Beautiful. 1 out. McCovey McCovey at the plate. Has 2 home runs thus far. Clark just hit his second. Look at. And boom, and boom, and boom. You see, if you know how to use the controller, you can make the defense do what you want him to do. I could score pretty much every play if... Ah, man! Oh, good. Okay. I could score pretty much every play if I really wanted to by getting in a rundown and then making him throw it away and doing all this. But it's unfair to do that to the AI. I already have an advantage by being a human being and seeing the patterns that they do. Look at that. I swung so late. That didn't even count. Ah. See, Bumgarner has a decent batting, but his hitting, see, you can't hit anything outside right now. Base hit down the line. That's going to score 1. Mays now has a single and a double. Oh, slow runner. I have to get back to first. See, I could have done something there. Now the second baseman with a base hit. Doesn't have a name right now, but Robbie Thompson. Whoa. Whoa. Good play. Now Bonds. Base hit to right. That's going to put runners on first and second for Posey. Ooh, I don't know. I'm turning around looking at the umpire on that one. There's going to be a base hit. And guess what, guys? Nah. That should have been caught. We're going to go ahead and give Mr. Nuschler another chance at hitting a bomb. Strike one. Is he going to hit 2 grand slams in the first inning, Mr. Clark? No, but he's going to get himself a single and another RBI. 5 RBIs in the first inning for Mr. Clark. 2 outs. Shortstop up to bat. Watson is a little petrified up there at the plate. Oh, or up at the mound, and he goes ahead and hits the shortstop. And then a grand slam for McCovey. That puts the Giants up 14-0 in the first inning. See if we can tack on a couple more. Now, if this was real life, believe me, I would be calling all the dogs off and not allowing any more of this shenanigans to happen. I'd be putting in some guys. I'm glad that was the out. Okay. All right. I'm not glad, but I'm glad. All right. Here's Wilbur facing Bumgarner with a 14-run lead in the first inning, and probably, most likely, going to get a complete game for Bumgarner in this one. And may throw less than 10 pitches in this game. There's a possibility that Bumgarner may get out of this one. Oh, he didn't go for it. Orville, little good eye. Let's see if he can hit this one. Oh, man. I went way too far outside. Let's see if I can bust him inside. Boom, strike 3. Okay, let's see if Hulk is up to the task to at least score 1. Dang it. Grounder to short. And thy game is over. So the Giants, with a quick 14-0 trouncing of the World Powers. You didn't get to see all the World Powers names, unfortunately. When I play them and played them growing up, very rarely did I get to see very many of the team anyway. Let's go to the let's play the S&K Crushers. Let's see if we can do another similar situation here with 2 grand slams in the first inning. Maybe we'll try to get to 3. Mays is going to beat that out. Attaboy. Attaboy. I used to give myself like some crazy goals. I would say I'm going to have 3 guys hit for the cycle in this game and have one guy hit for the home run cycle in this game, which means a solo shot, a 2-run shot, a 3-run homer, and a grand slam. You know, stuff like that. I mean, it would just be something that I would try to put a goal in front of myself that was really, really difficult, so that playing the game itself wasn't as, boring, I guess you would say. Not that I would get extremely bored, but, it's when you're beating a team by, 19-0 or 15-0, and you don't want your guy, right, to make an out. Like maybe one of your guys is going for the home run title or the batting average title, because that was really what I put a lot of emphasis on, was trying to have my guys hit 1,000 for the season. Like certain guys, I missed that one inside. I'll make this guy throw it away. I'm not gonna take it though. Okay, see, all you have to do, see, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna go, but I'm not. I'm not going. But on certain things, you can make the you wouldn't know that, but you can make the defense do certain things. Now, they would call it glitches now, I guess you would say. But it's just a way to make the computer kind of do what you want it to do. Let me get this out of here. Is that back-to-backers? Biggity back-to-back. Back-to-back, Jack. That was another thing I used to do, where you would say, I'm going to do 5 home runs in a row. I'm going to try and hit 4 2-run homers in a row. Like get a hit, and then a home run, hit a home run, hit a home run in a row. Oh, I didn't go. I went to second. Ah, okay. 6-0. I wasn't thinking. Thought it was already 2 outs. 1 out. This is another thing you try to do. Try to get out of an inning with the least amount of hits, pitches. So, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That was terrible. I'm gonna try to do this though. Look at that. Oh, dang it. My shortstop's defense is awful. It's funny. That's the worst person to have low defense, but that's the way it's set up right now. I gotta do some things. I'm gonna do some things. I don't know if I want to do that on camera. I might do a little bit live, just so you could see kind of the process that how to power up your players on this game and stuff like that. It's fun, you know. I mean, that part of it is the general manager type of thing, like where you're basically powering up your guys and. But the cool part about this is also, you know, you can make your own team. You have to abbreviate a lot of the names because there's only a certain amount of space for names. But yeah, you can put whatever you want, and there's several different types of players, you know, that look a certain way. If you hunched over at the plate, you know, tall, whatever. And oh man, good swing, but right at him. And so it really does kind of make you feel like you're in total control of the team. So, getting a little warm in here. Oh, did he get it? Did he go ya-ya? He went ya-ya. 9-0. Trying to get this one done this inning, and then we'll play the ladies. What have we been on for? Does this work better? Let's see if this works better. Right at him again. Couple Adam balls. 9-0. Come on, Willie Mac. Willie Mac Corn. Right at him again. Willie Mac Corn, and I don't care. Willie Mac Corn. So, an update on, you know, I've already talked a little bit about the reviews. We are going to be doing some kind of with some special guests. There's going to be some reviews that are going to be specific to some snacks, some snack foods, some types of foods, and things like that with other individuals involved. Have some individuals already in the early stages of development on that. Not even early stages, the late stages of development on that probably. So it's not going to take too much to put that together. And then this should be the last inning of this game, by the way. And then also there's been some music that has been produced and released. Some of you might already be aware of some of the instrumental music that was put out, I believe, a year ago. It's on Spotify. Let's Take It From the Bottom by the Geo. That is all instrumental work that was done over the last year and a half, 2 years, before the pandemic. Then following that, there has been a little bit more music that has been created with. There we go. There we go. That puts it into the area I wanted. Okay. With the help of several close friends and talented individuals, especially one in particular. Thank you, Rob, for you know, the assistance with, you know, how to's and how threes. It's been a definite help with learning that and getting used to you know, just the ins and outs of that whole part of the music business, or not business, but music creativity. I know music is a business, but there's a part of it that shouldn't be, and it's really important to disassociate that from each other. And that is not part of the business. That is part of the creativity side. And it's really, oh my gosh, I see, oh man, too early. I see some being understanding it more and more gives me such a greater understanding for what talent these people have who produce music, who write music, who are always in it. It is just amazing what some of these people are doing out there. Shout out to Marion Hill. If you're not aware of Marion Hill, Marion Hill is I thought it was just a one-person show, but it's actually two individuals. Marion Hill is made up of two people. Okay, so a quick little game there. Got that done. Marion Hill is a male-female duo. He doesn't really sing, so it would be a duo, I think. But anyway, he's the producer. I don't know how much of the production she does, but she's the voice. And the important thing that I believe in that dynamic, and what I've seen really over the years, is that when you have a situation like that, a duo or a duet, don't harm me if I'm wrong, please. When you have that, just getting this little thing here squared away. There we go. When you have that, you tend to... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, the Ghastly Monsters. And all of these. Okay. 423 right now. I am going to put you on the Fro.2Go just to listen to something while I go for a couple minutes. It's getting a little warm in here, so I'm gonna just open the door for the studio does get warm. I'm gonna open up the door for just a couple minutes so I don't have any sweat issues. But I'm gonna open the door and get another drink, and I don't think there's anything else that I need, but if I do, so I'll be back just a couple minutes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so I just realized just now that I was muted. I know that happens to a lot of people, but in this case, I thought I muted the mic on the other one only, on the other screen, which if I do this, watch. See, I thought this one was muted, but it wasn't. So, now I'm over here, and now I can hear myself speak. See, and it's partly because I turn off. See, now I can hear myself over there. See? Okay. So obviously, if you're watching this, and I was off for just the last couple minutes, I apologize. Hopefully that wasn't a waste of your time. But for your own edification, I will repeat some of the things that I was talking about. Michael Jackson. I'll go through some of the pictures like I was. Michael Jackson, King of Pop, one of my influences on as far as music's concerned. The other MJ, Michael Jordan, the GOAT on the court. Miss Pac-Man. Not normal Miss Pac-Man, not the normal slow Miss Pac-Man, but the fast, hyperspeed Miss Pac-Man's the greatest. And then the GOAT of senseis, Mr. Miyagi. Karate Kid will always be a fave of mine. Phil Collins, an amazing concert I got to see last year, 2 years ago, I should say. Willie Mays, a lot of Giants fans' favorite and probably the best all-around baseball player of all time. Now, Shohei Ohtani might have something to say about that. We'll see. Well, we'll see. Prince, one of the best musicians of all time. Queen, another group that just absolutely changed music. Kermit the Frog. Jim Henson's an absolute genius, and I loved Sesame Street and The Muppet Show. Synchronicity and by the Police. I mean, I don't know what I could say about that album. Fantastic. Jodeci, the group. If you haven't listened to Jodeci and you like R&B music, or you've got to listen to Jodeci. The Beatles. I shouldn't have to say anything about the Beatles, but I mean, the greatest rock and roll group of all time. Tupac Shakur. Nothing really I could say about Tupac that I haven't said in the past. That's my No Smoke album cover, single cover. And then the Outside single cover. Those two have not been released yet. You can hear them on Facebook. Oh, man. I thought they were going to throw home. You can't hear them on Facebook, but I've released them on my personal. There's American Idol, the single cover. That is on Spotify and all the streaming services. I'm the GOAT single cover, also available on all streaming services, Spotify. Apple Music. That's Tribe Called Quest, a great hip-hop group. R.I.P. to both Phife Dawg, who was in Tribe Called Quest, and oh my gosh, why wasn't he releasing that ball? There's Tony, and R.I.P. to Nate Dogg too. Tony, a great group from the East Bay. Key and Peele, great comic duo. Rick Barry. I'm glad that I wasn't able to see it before. I thought it was the Jack White picture, and so you were there. There's Gabe Kapler, Gabe Kapler is that was the time that I got to meet him right after he was hired by the Giants. There's the triplets. Proud of the Giants and being a fan of being able to watch 2010, 2012, and 2014 seasons. There's Kapler again. I didn't ask for an autograph. I just wanted a handshake and a picture just to shake his hand and let him know that he's going to have a good career with the Giants. There's my basketball influence, Steph Curry, great individual, great human being. There's Boys to Men, one of my favorite groups of all time. But here comes my favorite new addition. Their family tree that comes off of their group is just absolutely amazing. There's a picture of me with my Hayward High hat on. Proud farmer. Very proud farmer. Denzel Washington. Haven't seen too many bad Denzel films in my life. And then Eddie Murphy. Great comic genius, Eddie Murphy. And see, I'm not putting myself in those categories. Please believe it's just part of a slideshow I put together. Babyface, the face, the crooner / producer of great music, and then back to Michael. There's nothing I can really, say that most people who are in my era know about the influence that Michael Jackson and his music during that era had. Not only did he have an influence on how the music sounded and sonically and everything, but how he would shape moving forward how music itself, like it put it so high up in terms of people couldn't touch the work that was put into each one of those albums. R.I.P. also to Rod Temperton. A lot of people out there are unaware of who Rod Temperton is, and Rod Temperton is a producer of music, a writer who spanned several different genres, but defined them at the same time. Like basically didn't pigeonhole himself in any particular genre, whether it was like a disco sound or a pop sound or a hip-hop sound. Rod Temperton was somebody who, and not even hip-hop, but R&B and smooth. I mean, he was in Heatwave. Always and Forever is Rod Temperton. He didn't sing that. I mean, he sang backup in it, but he wrote it, and he produced it, and he did the music, and along with the band. But that's Heatwave. That's Rod Temperton. Thriller is Rod Temperton. I mean, you don't get away with listening to music in my realm, like in my circle, I guess you would say. You don't get away with listening to music just that one time or that one way. In my circle, generally, my friends and those close to me who I respect as far as music is concerned, we are listening to the music, and then we're also saying who produced it, who wrote it, where was it mastered, who co-produced it, who is that person who's in the credits that you kind of know that might have had a lot more to do with it than they were given credit for, but they're still young, and they're going to get their date someday, and you know where that came from. You know where that spark was, or you know that oh, that was the session that person learned that or presented that to an artist. These are all important things to learn over time, not to just go and listen to the song and go, okay, this is a good song, Nah, 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 nah. You got to be more than that. It takes more work than that to really, really get into a song. You can listen to it a few times. That's fine. You could have your situation where you're you could have your situation where you're um, almost drowning yourself in the song, where you're listening to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, so you can get really good at lip singing it if that's what you do or whatever it is. But dissecting the song isn't listening to it over and over and over and over and over. That's not dissecting a song. Dissecting a song involves specifically getting into the origins of the song. Like when I talk about Babyface, I can't go too far from talking about Babyface before I'm talking about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Okay? And if we're talking about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the influences that they had, which came from Prince, Morris Day and the Time, oh my gosh, Morris Day and the Time, any of these, influences, I'm going to try and goad him. No, couldn't get it. Any of these influences are going to be, the spark of that producer or that artist. And in this case, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are kind of like extensions of the Prince crew. And then you've got the family tree that comes off of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, which is music like Tony Braxton, Janet Jackson, New Edition, Boyz II Men, and I mean Force MDs with Tender Love, and it just goes on and on. So I mean, you can't give them even their just due. So just please stream them. Their new music is absolutely amazing. Stream their new songs. It's on most streaming services right now. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing before we go because the Giants are about to start. I am going to go with and I'm going to give him some defense. Oh, yes. We're going to be able to put in almost. I think we might be able to put in. So let's go ahead. Let's put in. Let's go with. This is a right-handed hitter. I can say this. Let me go and take a look here. I am going to what I am going to do is I am going to do a little bit of a change here. And I am going to change to is going to become Maze because that is only right because he's going to be able to have whoops. It's going to be Maze. And Maze, because you can't even have him have one less hitting because Maze is the best. Maze will become, let's see. I'm trying to think of what other right-handed. Let's just make him right now. So Maze is there. And we've got to make sure that he get now the defense. That's right. We got to get his defense up. That's the last thing. And Crawford, what I was just about to say is that I think that what has happened over the last couple of weeks and months in this season is that Crawford has all but assured himself as being in that discussion as being the best Giant shortstop in franchise history. I mean, defensively, he probably already was. Already a wizard over there at shortstop, but this year has solidified him as probably the best shortstop in franchise history. So with that, I will bid you all adieu for now. Again, the Giants are starting, so hopefully that'll be what you watch next. Next time I'm on, I'll definitely make sure that my mute button is not on during that time, so I'll know that. And I thank you very much. I'll talk to y'all later. All right.